YouTube, post-banless Darklords. We have Contact, semi-limited to 2, Sanctified, limited to 1, yet the deck is as strong as ever, if not almost tier 0. Konami, please do something!
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Darklords in a post-banless meta. There's no more beatdown. Beatdown gives your monsters plus 300 attack per level 5 or higher monster. That was a great way to take out the Darklords. And now we have the Contact and the Darklord limited and semi-limited. Yet this deck is as broken as ever, mostly because of the beatdown nerf. Why? Because mostly you're going to have an Ygopro on the field 2900 booty, and it's too hard to get over it without overextending a bunch of card effects, and then you get to negate their monsters with this. Now, why is this deck so broken? This really needs to be nerfed. Ygopro Bling. Per 1800 life you lose, you get to search your deck for a glossy or prismatic card from your deck in the draw phase. Now, this is not once per duel like Destiny draw. So we are playing double glossy banishment. You only need one glossy banishment. This is an ultra rare card. There is no special way to get a glossy or prismatic. It's completely random. I think it's an 8% chance to have a glossy card and then a 1% chance to have a prismatic card. So you do the math, big box, ultra rare, 8% chance on top of just getting it. So that's why this is really broken. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you the demonstration of why Ygopro Bling is broken. Let's do it. This is a quick demonstration of Ygopro Bling reusing your banishment over and over and over again. We have a Ygopro on the field, which would be normal. We're going to use Ygopro to lose 1,000 life to return the Sanctified back in the deck. Now, this would be our 2,000 life because earlier we already used a banishment and returned it back to the deck. So we're going to shuffle the deck. We're now at 2,000 life. And then in our draw phase, we're going to activate Ygopro Bling, view the deck, add banishment. Then you're going to go banishment, view deck, contact. Then you're going to use contact to summon a monster from the grave, let's say Superbia. Superbia would summon the monster in attack or defense. Then we have a Tez. Now that banishment's in the grave and contact's in the grave, we have not lost any life points yet. We also gained life with the Sanctified, so we're actually above 2,000. That's what makes us broken. Now we're going to use the Ygopro to copy the effect of banishment, the glossy banishment. You only need one. Return it back to the deck, then we're going to add the Sanctified Darklord. Now the Sanctified Darklord is back. We're going to set it, and then on our opponent's turn, pay attention, we only lost 1,000 life so far on this turn after using Ygopro Bling. We're going to flip this up, tribute off a card. We still only lost 1,000 life. We're going to then use the Ygopro or the Tez to return the Sanctified back in the deck. Remember, every time we activate this, we're negating a face-up monster, and we're gaining life equal to its attack. You can negate your own cards to gain life from your own attack. So return it. Now we lost 2,000 life. Now in our draw phase, Ygopro Bling. Do you see the loop? The loop, we add the same one. We use this last turn. Then again, the loop is banishment into contact into Sanctified Darklord. These 3 cards you keep looping. Bam, bam, bam. Then shuffle back in, shuffle back in. By shuffling the Sanctified and the banishment back in the deck, that's 2,000 life loss, and then you're adding it back in the next draw phase. That's what makes this so broken. So Konami, please nerf this. This is nuts. That was nuts, wasn't it? We are looping the banishment and the Sanctified Darklord. Even though it's limited to 1, it's being used every single turn, guaranteed. It's nuts. That's crazy. What do you have to do against this card if you are playing against it? You're going to want to use Cosmic Cyclone. Now, if you're playing this deck and they have Cosmic Cyclone, you could preemptively just make sure your Sanctified never is really on the field if you could help it. You could just send it to the grave. If your hand is strong enough, keep it in the grave, loop it back in the deck, discard it again, back in the deck, discard it again. That's even a way to play around Cosmic Cyclone. Now, if I were to give a recommendation of nerfing this deck further, I would also put the Sanctified Darklord to semi-limited to make it so they could only play 1 contact and 1 Sanctified Darklord. That makes Cosmic Cyclone even better, being able to hit the contact, but we're not here to suggest nerfs. We're here to talk about this deck. Now, An expensive card we are playing this deck is Into the Void to make this deck even more consistent. You discard your entire hand in the end phase after drawing a card. You must have 3 cards or more to even activate this card. You don't need this. If you want to replace that card, you could replace it with more Tez, more Nastin. We'll look on the website real quick for recommendations of what you can replace the card with, as you see right here. Here's a recent sample from Clan Wars Season 3, first place, Dahion, nuts. Just play more Tez, more Nastin, Surprise Wall of D. Here are also the usage statistics, so you do not need Into the Void, nor is it being used by everyone anyway. Now, the basics of Darklords, we have our boss monster, Desire. You lose 1,000 attack to send a monster on the field to the graveyard. Do not destroy it. This gets around destruction effects. This is a 1 tribute card, so it's very easy to summon. And the best card of this deck, we already know about banishment. Search for any Darklord card. Into contact, special summon any Darklord from the grave. And Sanctified Darklord, negate any monster on the field. Now, all of your Darklord monsters that are Ygopro, Tez, Nastin, Amdusk, all of these cards can copy your Darklord spell and traps in the grave. So after you search again. After you special summon, you could special summon again. After you negate, you can negate again, as all these cards go back in the deck through your Ygopro, Nastin, Tez, and Amdusk. Now, Amdusk is interesting. You could discard another Darklord card to add a Darklord from the graveyard back to the hand. It's a great way to add back your Desire to reuse it. That's why we're playing 2 Desire, because of the Into the Void, by the way, because we discard our hand. Another good card is Morningstar. I'm just not using this version. Superbia and Nastin. You want to focus on these 2 cards for the OTK, 1-turn kill. If you go second, the best way to OTK is get Superbia in the graveyard, activate contact on it. Superbia will summon a Darklord into attack position, because otherwise the contact only summons into defense. Then you're going to tribute the Superbia for Desire plus your attack position monster. That's lethal. Or your Nastin, discard 2 Darklord cards to special summon. That's an attack position. Tribute the other monster in defense from the contact with a Desire. Send their monsters to the grave. Lethal, 2 monsters. So that's the focus of Superbia and Nastin. Ygopro's nuts. It is the Pot of Greed card. Discard a Darklord card, draw 2. Tez, discard to protect your monster from destruction effects. That's great. And Ygopro is great on summon if you do not have a banishment in your hand. What you could do is summon Ygopro, send the banishment to the graveyard, then use a Darklord on the field to copy the banishment to get searching. That's the deck. The deck is nuts. It's been out for a while, but it is the best deck in the game right now. Number 1. Darklords Tier 1 is crushing tournaments. Konami, please do something! Fools! All right, Into the Void. Now, what do you do with the turn 1 hand? Ideally, you want to have a Sanctified, and you want to have a Sanctified negate. We don't have Ygopro, we don't have banishment. So what the hell do we do here? We're going to be discarding our entire hand. That is quite sucky. Now, we could normal summon the Ygopro, send a banishment, and then we could grab what we want. So there we go. A sucky hand becomes much better. So if you don't have it, Ygopro kind of searches it. So we'll Uko back for the banishment. We're discarding our entire hand, so the Desire is no good. So give me banishment. Nasty Nastin, discard. All right. Copy the banishments. Add a Sanctified Darklord. I'd say that's the way. That is the way. We could tribute off the Ygopro now. Now, Cosmic Cyclone would suck. Would suck. And we have a way to trigger our Kaiba Bling to add our banishment in the draw phase. We're going to use the Nastin to copy the contact to re-special summon Ygopro. Or we will use Nastin to copy the Sanctified to negate, probably itself. Tribute off, negate. He's got a quick play spell. This tells me he has an enemy controller or a double cyclone. 2K. Thank you very much. We do not have Kaiba Bling yet, but we will. We will. Believe it. All right, now we're going to have it. I guess we're going to go for a Desire OTK. What do you think about that? Let's go for contact. Activate. Send. We'll just send a banishment. Activate for guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, so we know it's an enemy controller. That's an econ controller. Not a double cyclone anymore. Grab our desire and just force him to use his econ. This is the turn he forces econ. We want to make sure we use the Nastin. Because we want to use Nastin on his turn. All right. We'll grab a... Could just grab contact just to resummon the Uka back onto the field. Just to keep the field flowing. Keep the field flowing. It could be Clash or Econ. Clash or Econ. It could be both. Canadia. So what was his quick play spell? What was his quick play spell that he chose to not use? Very interesting. Very interesting. So I still think he does have double cyclone then. He just didn't want to set it. So he's got the double cyclone, no econ, that's good. We have everything in the grave. So I'm just gonna send a Superbia to the grave for a huge follow-up if needed. Definitely not gonna be needed. We will be looping the Kybercorp Bling again. We just have total control. Total control. We got to negate. We're going to negate whatever he summons, even a reactor. 3K boost. But boost, we have another desire. That's it. All right. No back row cards for him to double cyclone with. But if you get normal summon his reactor, he's in a good spot. He could double swing, but we will actually negate the first reactor so we cannot pop the reactor, pop the field spell to summon a second one. So we're going to wait till the battle phase. To battle, now you want to negate. But boost. All right. Now what? Take out the desire. We're going to guaranteed negate. Guaranteed grab our banishment. Just go straight forward the other desire and win. This is Kybercorp Bling number 2. We've used this twice already. This is the infinite loop. You set up for your field, then you're guaranteed having a follow-up next turn. It is nasty. So we're just going to grab our other... Wait, we don't have our other desire? Where's our other desire at? Oh my Jesus. What the? We'll grab Amdusk. Amdusk. Amdusk coming in hot. Yeah, yeet. Oh my Jesus. Thank you, Amdusk. That's great. Ooh, I am so happy for Amdusk right now. I panicked for a second. I was like, no way. No more desire. No more desire. 20 seconds, mate. It's an illusion. It's just to create the hype. Activate. Send him back to Fortnite. Fool. That's how you loop and even use Amdusk. Nuts. In your draw phase, you think you're going to have one card. You're actually going to have two. So if you're in a really good spot and you don't actually need something and you want to perform a win more play, you could just set up an Ixchel. Your banishment's going to search Ixchel. Your Nastin is going to search for, even the trap's not even a win more play. You could just grab the trap, discard, draw 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, we will just send Uka back. And we got the trap anyway. So, good deal. Good deal. This is nearly ideal. Having a 3 monster field. 3 monsters on the field. Summon Ixchel, summon Nastin, summon Uka back, and we have a Tez for protection. This is post-nerf Darklords. Welcome. Welcome. We've been nerfed, apparently. And then we have a negate. And then we have Kybercorp Bling to guarantee another banishment. Guaranteed. Right now it's not triggered. We have to use one of our effects. We have to copy the banishment. Then we will get the banishment from the deck with Kybercorp Bling. Cosmic Cyclone. As I said, this is the only way to counter this deck pretty much, is a Cosmic Cyclone. So you do want to consider just dumping the Sanctify in the grave, because that is the only problem with this deck, is this card being limited to 1. So we're going to say no. We're We're going to negate the Nastin, gain 2600. Now remember to not activate Nastin. We're going to activate yugioh. And the turn. All right, lose 1000. No to Nastin. Nasty Nastin. Now Amdust can't add from Banished. Unfortunately, it's not that good. We're just going to grab an yugioh. I like drawing. Who likes drawing? We all love drawing. Kaba, Court, Bling. Guaranteed. Nice. We'll get a Superbia in the graveyard just to fluff it up. His back row has got to be a wall D, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So no more negates. So we got to brute force him. Brute force. Discard. Is there any card that adds back your banishment? Is there any way to add back banishment after they do that? Let's grab. Contact. Contact. Into. Just do Uka back. We'll set the non-glossy. We got 2 glossies. We're just going to slow grind him. Slow grind. I'm going for the slow grind. Let's activate this again, actually. Let's just go for the... Let's do Desire. Let's do it. We're not going to attack. Not attacking into a face down. Let's just go Desire. So we have Guaranteed. Adding back Banishment. Send... Oh, it's a Floodgate. Okay, it's a Floodgate. But he did not use it. Why did he not use it? What's going on? You just giving up? Okay. He gave up. Got him.